Alright boys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be going over a little strategy I like to call starving from success. Now what do I mean by this? This is a pretty good strategy in my opinion to gain a lot of medicine skill in a short amount of time. Now with this method you are going to burn through some dinars, you are going to burn through some troops, and your morale will go up and down. So those things you will kind of need before you start this. This isn't something you should do very early on. This is something that you should do kind of, I would say, mid-game when you aren't really in any conflicts. You have some income from caravans, workshops, and all the rest, as you can see right over here. And you have a good amount of money saved up, okay? But you want to raise your medicine skill. Why do you want to raise your medicine skill? Well, let's read what medicine skill does for us, all right? So this will improve our casualty survival chance. So less of our troops will die and our hero. Our healing rate is going to go up for our heroes, and our healing rate is going to go up for our troops. That means whenever they get wounded, they will heal up a lot faster. Very good. And obviously there's a lot of good perks that will either increase your HP, increase your healing rate. Medicine overall, it's a good skill to max out as much as you can. It's one of those, I would say top 5, even sometimes maybe top 4. You know, maybe 4 or 5 on the scale of important skill trees to pretty much go as far as you can, right? So how does this method work? Well, it's very simple. You're gonna starve for success, or pretty much you're gonna starve to gain medicine experience. All right, so let's go over a few things before we start, right? So now, depending on the types of troops you have, it's going to work different for you, right? So let me explain this for you. Lower tier troops are more likely to desert, as in run away from your party, or die, but they are cheaper. So whenever they're starving, they're probably going to, a lot of them are going to leave, and a lot of them are going to die. Now, but they are cheaper. The only thing that's good about them is they're very cheap to replace. Now, higher tier troops, they give you a lot more medicine XP whenever they are wounded, and then they heal up than lower tier troops. A tier 6 will give you infinitely more whenever he heals up than a tier 1 troop. But they are more expensive, and you'll have to pay them in wages, which kind of goes with the expense, right? Just to recruit them, upgrade them, and also to just maintain them, as in like keep them in your party, it will cost you a good amount, but you will receive more medicine experience, and they tend to not desert. They will literally most of the times choose to die of starvation before deserting. Regardless of the morale, higher tier troops will fight to the end with you a lot more than lower tier troops, but they are more expensive. Now, most of the time, you will have a mix of troops. You'll have high tier troops, you can see right over here, and you'll have low tier troops. You'll have a good mix. And one thing that I should state before this, if you have some very good troops that you do not want to lose, make sure you have a fief and you put them in that garrison, okay? If you do not want to lose them, put them in that garrison, because with this method, you will lose troops. Some will die, some will run away. It is what it is, and you're going to recycle them. But this is why I said you need to have a good amount of money. You need to have a good stable income, as you can see right here I have, with like caravans, workshops, alleys, whichever way you want to go about it. You know, if you have a fief and all that. But obviously I'm doing this without, having any fiefs. And you're not going to want to worry about morale. Morale goes up and down, and there's very easy ways to bring it back up, which I'm going to show towards the end of the video. So let's get right into it, okay? So I have all these troops. I have a mix, right? Pretty much technically what people would have when they're playing a game. You would have some of your troops that are very high level, that have been with you for a very long time, and you have some troops that you just got. They're not very high level. So what we want to do is first go into a town. Why are we going into a town? Because your healing rate is better whenever you're in a town. It's better than a village, and it's better than just standing out in the cold. It's better in the town, okay? And there's perks in medicine that improve your healing rate in various places. Really, only thing I would suggest is you get the self-medication, which is, the first choice that you have at 25, which gives you a 30% healing rate, which makes this process go faster. And then also the 30% healing rate when stationary on the campaign map. The triage tent works very well while you're waiting inside of a town. Those are the first two. They're very easy to get because getting your medicine skill up to like the 50s, it's not that hard. You just have to play the game, and as you play the game, you'll level up your medicine skill. But as you get to higher levels, you need to do creative things like this method. So let's get to it. We're going to the town. Now what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna sell all of our food. Okay. Now don't worry. You're gonna see, oh, you're losing morale. Oh, some troops are leaving. Don't worry about it. If you have a good stash of money, if you have a good income, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And you'll get the troops back. If you're playing a long game, losing some troops, not a big deal. It is what it is. And also, make sure you have no companions in your party. They complain a lot. They lose a lot of respect for you, and nobody has time for that. Make them go, run a caravan or something, make you money while you're doing this, okay? Or go into a town as an emissary so they can collect some kind of, relationship with you. Make them do something, but not stay in your party. This also goes for your family members. Just make sure you're the main guy in the party, and then you just have your troops, okay? So we're going to sell the food. Now we're just going to wait. And by the way, just before, we're at level 55, almost level 56, okay? As you can see. Now we're going to wait, and you're going to slowly see some troops are going to leave, some troops are going to get wounded. You want to get to the point where this 99, you want to get as close as possible to, like, maybe I would say 50 to 60 wounded troops before you start buying food again and healing them up to receive the medicine experience, which you get when troops are healing up. So as you can see, we're going down, we're losing morale. Again, not a big deal. One of the biggest morale drops is the fact that we have no food, which is minus 30. And as soon as we buy some food, we'll literally get plus 30 back. So it's, again, not that big of a deal. You shouldn't worry too much about it. As you can see, we're about 36 wounded, 37 wounded. We're getting close to that 50 mark. And sometimes you have to eyeball it, If you start seeing this wounded number go down, like, fast, pause and then start buying food, because that means you're getting to the territory where even your wounded higher tier troops are just dying out, So we're gonna keep going. If this number keeps rising, this number keeps dropping, we're doing good, okay? We're doing good. Alrighty, we're at 60, 61, 62. I'm gonna have my hand on the button right over here. We're going pretty well. 70, really good actually. There we go. 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. How more can we go? 78, 80, 81, 82. This is very, very good. And a lot of our troops did not desert, which again is great. And there it is. I'm gonna pause it like right over here. All right. I could go all the way to the 1, but this is fine. 93 is plenty. So now again, let's go back to it. We're at 50, level 55 medicine, about to be level 56, right? Only a couple more experience. Now, stop waiting. Let's go to trade. Let's buy some food again. And you could buy a bunch of different types of food just to improve your morale, just over time. So we're just gonna go like this. We're gonna make grain our main one, and then we'll just buy 5 or 10 of each, right? Okay, more variety, give us a more morale boost, because obviously we want to get our morale back up a little bit, and before we even try this again, right? Spend another 2k, not that big of a deal. Again, if you have a good stash, you'll be all right. Boom, we got the food. Now we're gonna click wait here for some time again, and now watch down here. Our medicine skill is gonna start drastically going up, okay? There you go. Gained a skill in medicine. There it is. Another skill in medicine. We went from 55, 56, now we're at 57. Another skill in medicine. We're at 58. Another skill. There you go. 59. 60. 61. And as you can see, we're getting most of our troops back. Again, with this method, you're not going to lose like a huge majority. Sometimes a lot of the lower levels, they might just desert. You might get unlucky and they might just leave you. Sometimes they don't, you know? So again, it's trial and error, but you are going to lose some troops. But we started at 99 troops, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to see how close we get. We're at 62, 63. Keep it going. 64. And we're also getting a lot of Steward as well. 65. I'm guessing from staying inside the town, we're getting a lot of Steward as well. There it is. Gain party morale. There it is. So since we got all the different food varieties, we're gaining party morale from that, from them eating the food as they're healing up. So it's actually boosting our Steward and our medicine, which is sensational. Let's keep it going. 66. 67. 68. And there it is. We're all healed up. We literally lost 3 troops in that. 3 troops. What? We lost like maybe like 2,000 for buying the food. And we gained how many levels at this point? We started at 55. Remember? So that's 13 levels. 13 levels that we just went up. And I think we went up in Steward probably like what? Like 20? 20 levels as well. Again, very easy way to do it. Very simple. You will lose something. And as you can see, our morale went from what? Like 10 all the way back to 51. Now you see the recent event says -10. Well, let me fix that real quick. Let's go to the tavern. Let's visit the tavern. Let's find the bard's maid. Where is she at? Tavern maid. I'll have that, which is the food, and then I wanted to serve it to all my men. Here we go. Pay a small price. Boom. Now that -10 became what? -8. We got -2 right there just for 62 gold. Very simple. Now what else we can do? We can get into some fights. Any fights you do, any missions you complete will turn that recent events -8 to pretty much just, you know, a normal, you know, just even 0. And then the more events you do, it will just keep going up. So again, don't worry about morale. It will go straight back up just like that. Very simple, very easy. And yeah, that's pretty much the method to the madness. Let's see if I can find a bandit party somewhere around here. It's looking like the whole world got evaporated over here. I don't see anybody, which is sensational. But you get the point. You know, as you can see, the recent events, it's still going to keep going down as time passes as well. And you can redo this method as much as you want, and it's always going to continue to keep working for you. It's a very simple and easy way to gain a lot of... let me fight this guy. See if I can catch him, actually.
You best
there
back.
We go. Yep. Send troops. Boom. Now we're at -6 now. We're at 56. Again, super easy, very simple, very easy to do. Okay? Leaving hard loot. Don't really care about it. It is what it is. But yeah, that is the method. Starving from success. If you want to increase your medicine extremely, like at an extreme rate, and you can continuously keep doing this. Like I could have literally just redone this again and again and again and again and again. But I suggest bringing your morale a little bit up, because this will make it so less troops desert. Because if the battle morale is very, very low and you try to do this method at the same time, a lot more troops are going to leave. Okay? So do the method once, then get your morale back up, and then do it again. And obviously, kind of as like a byproduct, if you buy a big food variety, your Steward is going to go up as well. So, yep, there it is. Very easy. I'll see you guys in the next one.